All right. Good morning. Oh, thanks, Nicolette. It really was amazing. Thanks, Renee. Happy Tuesday to you too. So good to be home. Seriously, so good. As you can imagine, Pi was the most excited that I'm home. She really has been full Velcro cat since I have gotten back. Hi, Stephanie. Hello. Hello. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Rachel. I'm slurping down a smoothie real quick before we get going. I spent the morning getting my laundry started because we washed like blankets and stuff right when we got back, but clothes, that's gonna take me a while. So if you hear some stuff going on in the back, that's, I'm like 7 feet away from my washer and dryer right now. I really did, Alexandra. I loved it. It was such a good event. It was a really good event for me this year. One thing that was really cool, because some of you are performers, so you get it. This was the first time in a really long time that I didn't have like crippling performance anxiety. Typically, before a show, I'll get so anxious that I like literally shake like a little leaf. And I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's just the event itself, how much I've been practicing, but I didn't get that kind of anxiety, and I really just felt in my body, I felt really confident, I felt really strong, and I really do like attribute that to like the training I've been doing. Confidence was through the roof, and I think that definitely showed through the work, so really felt like I was in a good spot. I know, Renee, the washing tape does take forever. It really does. It really does. And unfortunately, but also fortunately, I am going on yet another adventure starting this Saturday. So I'm unpacking, washing, and basically repacking all over again because we're leaving for Japan on Saturday. So freaking out. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. So here's my goal for today. We are going to go a little bit shorter than an hour. We're gonna go for 45 minutes. So I'm gonna try to zip my lips and start moving with you guys here in a second. But I just wanna do a little bit of everything. Like I wanna do the hip opening, I wanna do leg stretching, I wanna fold, I wanna back bend, I wanna open my shoulders, I wanna stretch through my neck. My neck was really acting up a little bit this week. So if that sounds good for you, cool. If not, I don't know why it wouldn't. I feel like everybody would be down for a little bit of everything. Yeah. Having a whole bunch of props, probably a good idea. I still have my shit set up behind me, like from Wednesday's class last week, which I still need to edit. I know, I'm sorry, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, so maybe some blocks, maybe a little strap action, and then we'll get going. I'm gonna bring my smoothie with me. I'm just gonna bring this music down so that you guys can listen to whatever you want. Mm-hmm. While foam rolling, I just covered my screen with Spotify. While foam rolling would feel great, we're probably going to do that on Saturday anyways. Or sorry, Wednesday. What am I talking about? Tracy Lynn, what on earth? What on earth? Wednesday is when we do our reset class, which if you're not part of my Patreon doing that class with us, oh my gosh, come on by, come see the magic. I'm just gonna place these off to the side. Hi, Pi. Pi is here joining us finally. Okay, let's see. We got straps. We've got blocks. Let's start standing. Start standing. And we'll begin with some flossing of our shoulders. So this is where you will grab your strap. I know, Pi. Hi. Like I said, Velcro cat, right? And we'll take our straps up and overhead. Oh. And back forward. Okay, so one of the cool things, while we're moving, I'm gonna tell you guys some wasteland stories. One of the cool things about this year is that I noticed that the weather was going to be pretty nice. Usually it can be a very hot event. This year was the first year that I ever experienced rain at Wasteland, which if you guys remember, and if we've been friends since 2023, you know that I was at Burning Man during Muddy Man year. It was not like that by any stretch of the imagination. And the ground is totally different, which is what made that so chaotic in the first place. But the rain was actually really nice, really refreshing. All right, I'm gonna do these kind of like around the world shoulder flosses a couple times. All right. Let's ditch the straps. Maybe we'll use those later, Pi. And I want you to take a couple of shoulder rolls here. So picking up the shoulders into the ears, dragging them down your back. Roll it forwards. Oh, geez. And then we'll roll back one more time. And I want you to bring your hands behind you, interlacing the fingers, trying to bring the palms together. And we'll rock our head over towards the left shoulder. So you're kind of like pinning the shoulders down. If you want a little bit extra, you can take this ball of fist over towards your right hand side. Good, we'll bring the head back through center. Same thing to the other side. Lean the head over towards the right. Ball of fist over. Wait, you don't want to play with the chair? Does it scare you? goodness. All right. Let's bring our head back to center. Hands come back behind you. And let's lift up through our chest. See if you can straighten out through your arms. I don't want you to dump into the low back, though. I want you to stay nice and tall. Breath in. And with your exhale, hinge forward, standing forward, fold with chest expansion. Yeah. Now, one thing I personally like to do is bring my shoulder to one bent knee. So right shoulder, right bent knee. And I like to straighten out the opposite. All right, we'll bring it back to center. Bend the elbows, release your hands down towards the floor. You can lift up one heel and then the other, kind of pedal, walk things out a little bit. And then we'll step back, lower the knees to the floor, tabletop position, and let's work through some cat-cows. And or, my personal favorite, some barrel rolls. So really nice interconnected movement here. You can reverse. What? You just gonna yell at me all of class? Okay, let's go for threaded needle next. So left hand will stay on your mat, right arm will reach up, take a breath in. And with your exhale, let's go threaded needle. So shoulder, ear, down towards the floor. Now you can keep your left hand where it's at, by your side. You can reach it up and overhead, just keeping your fingertips on the floor. I personally want to stretch out the space between my shoulder blades, so I'm going to bring my hands together, interlace my fingers, and then pull my hands away from me with that top arm. I also kind of like lean my chest and torso away from myself as I do this. Good work. Let's bring ourselves all the way back up. We'll reach our right arm up for the ceiling, spin on the left knee, and extend your right leg back so that you're in a modified side plank position. All right, we're gonna do a little side stretch moment here. So reach the right arm up and over. Well, come on through. What? All right, let's bring our torso all the way up. I want you to stack all the way up on top of yourself here. And we'll turn out the right leg so that we can work through our gate position. I like to do it with a flex foot personally. Arms reached to the front and back. Right arm works down, left arm up. All right, let's bring ourselves all the way back towards the front. Boop. And we'll do all that on the other side. So left arm works up. Thread your needle. Left arm goes underneath you. Shoulder, ear to the floor. And then let's try to pick the variation you did on the other side. So maybe arm reaching overhead, maybe half binding, maybe interlacing your hands, and trying to go for that baseball swing variation. All right, let's bring ourselves up. We'll open up into our modified side plank position. Left arm reaching up. And let's turn this into our side bend. So reaching the left arm up and over and creating that nice big arched position. Take a breath in. And with your exhale, let's bring you all the way up to a stack. Now we'll turn out the left leg. So that means you're rotating the inner thigh up towards the ceiling. You can flex, you can point. Arms reach to front and back. Let's go for our gate. One breath in. And with your exhale, let's take it all the way back to the floor. All four, hands and knees. Reach your heart space forward one more time, tuck your toes. And with your exhale, find a downward facing dog. Since it's our first one together, let's pedal out our legs. All right, let's lift up our heels. Bend your knees, see the front, and let's step to the front. Go halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. And with your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, reach your arms back up. And with your exhale, goalpost the arms, get a little back bend action, squeeze the muscles of your back. Inhale, reach back up. And with your exhale, forward fold. And with this fold, I want you to fold deeply. So really try to bring yourself down towards the legs, connect with the legs a bit. Oh. All right, let's bring hands to the floor, step back into a high plank position. Let's go through our chaturangas. From a nice high plank, glide forward, bend your elbows. Upward facing dog or another back bend that works for you, like low cobra. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. Reset with another breath in and a breath out. Lift your heels, bend your knees, see the front. Travel to the front, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Good, reach back up. Goalpost through the arms, lift the chest. Inhale, reach back up. And with your exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, breath. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Move through your chaturangas, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. We'll go through one more like that. And if you want to change up your energy a little bit, you can try for hopping to the front if you haven't already. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise to standing. Inhale, breath. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Goalpost. Inhale, back up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Same thing, you can plant your hands and try to hop back, landing with bent elbows. Upward facing. And with your exhale, find a downward facing dog. Good, let's step out our feet a little bit wider here. And I want us to take some forward and backwards motion here. High plank, two down dog. I want you to keep thinking about lengthening out through your hamstrings as much as you can, sending your sit bones up and back. 3, 2, and after 1, let's walk our hands towards the back of our mat. You should be still in that wider position. Now just get the heels in, toes a little bit further out. Let's go into our malasana or our deep squat. Now, if you're feeling not quite ready for a malasana, or if you want to just wiggle a little bit in place, you can swivel from side to side, picking up one heel and dropping the other. You can also do that without having your elbows on your inner thighs. She's back. You want to hang out with me? I know. All right, let's try to get our heels down to the floor. If not, again, no worries. It's really not the biggest deal. Try to get nice and long through your spine. Take a breath in. And with your exhale, rise all the way up to a standing position. Let's try that 2 more times. Lower down. Exhale, lift up. Good. 1 more time. Lower down. And with your exhale, lift all the way back up. Now let's heel toe our feet into a hip width distance position. And I want you to pick up your right leg so you're balancing on your left foot. See if you can grab for the front of your shin bone or underneath your hamstring. Maybe you want to circle out your right ankle here. All right, now let's try to keep this knee in, and we're going to hinge forward and bring our hands down to the floor. You still got your right leg in this little tucked position. Let's crawl forward, pull the right knee in towards your chest, and then lift up. 3-legged dog. Repeat, knee to nose, lift. Yes, this is a strength move, but I want you to think of it also as a stretch move. 2. And 1. Let's go knee to nose, step through to your low lunge position. This is where you can bring some blocks in and move from a hamstring stretch into a hip flexor stretch through a lunge and an extended front leg position lunge. Good. Next time you're in your hamstring stretch or your front leg is straight, let's add in a twist. Right arm reaches up. Now you can really crank this chest open too. Return your right hand down towards your block, bend into your front knee, pivot left heel down to the ground, open up into your side angle. Good. Lengthen through the right leg, and then bring it back into your bend. So we're going from our side angle into our triangle. Let's do this 2 more times. All right, next time you're back into your side angle position, so that means your front knee is bent. I want you to really strongly connect with your hips. Feel like the tailbone's pulling underneath you, turning on not just the hips, the legs, but also your center and your core. Breath in. Exhale, bring yourself up into a warrior 2. Right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back. Inhale, find a reverse warrior, side body stretch. And with your exhale, take it into full extended side angle. So you're reaching the top arm up and overhead. Good. Inhale, bring it back into your reverse warrior. Exhale, full extended side angle. 1 more time. Reverse warrior. Good. Extended side angle. Option for double utthita. So both arms reaching. 3, 2, and 1. Let's take it to reverse triangle. Right arm reaches up and over. And with your exhale, let's take it all the way to the front. Lower your left knee down. Heel toe, the right foot wider to the outside of the blocks. Take a little second and you're winged, so you're rolled to the outside edge of your right foot. Your winged lunge position. Or if you really want to party, quad stretch. Oh my God. Okay, let's release. Oh, scoot those blocks back towards the front. And I want you to tuck your back toe, lift your back knee. The foot should still be in this wider position here. Try to lengthen through the leg, flex the foot, drag the heel. So you have to lift your hips, get up on the big toe ball mound of that back foot. Right leg reaches back up, so three-legged dog. Open the hip. Option to bring forearm to the floor. And let's return to all fours. Wider position in the legs. Again, walk it back into your Malasana once more. Now we're just going to go all the way up into our standing shape from here. Reset the feet. And let's get into our left leg. Right foot is your balance point. Left leg elevates. You can go underneath. You can go to the front of the leg. Circle out your left ankle. All right, let's start to hinge forward. Walk yourself forward and pull the left knee in towards your nose. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Big stretch. Last two. Last one, step through. Walk it back. Take some flossing. You know, surprisingly, I'm not feeling too shabby. All right, next time left leg is long, let's keep it there. So we're in our hamstring stretch. We're going to add in our twist and maybe rotate open a little bit, or a lot of it, really, when you think about it. Okay, I know, Pi. You come through the car wash? Yeah, car wash. All right, return left hand back onto your block, bend into your front knee. Let's go into our side angle. Now, things I'm thinking about with my side angle, tendency is we want to stick our butt outs to avoid the hip opener here. With time, I want us to think about bringing the hips underneath our torso. So we're trying to get as flat as we can. Right arm is reaching up. Strong through the legs. Take a breath in. With your exhale, lengthen through your left leg. So now we're in our block supported triangle. All right, let's go back and forth. All right. Whew, buddy. Next time you come back into your side angle, I want you to take a breath in, use the core, use your base, exhale, bring it up into your warrior two. I want you to feel like you have a really strong trunk for that action. Left palm flips, inhale, find your reverse. Good, take it into your side angle, fully extended. Inhale, reverse. Side angle. One more time. Let's see if we can go for some double utthita. Both arms reach. 3, 2, through the car wash again. On 1, inhale, reverse triangle. So all the way up and back. Exhale, take it down to your low lunge again. Right knee lowers, heel toe the left foot wider. So you're in your kind of like lizard lunge, but we're gonna drag in it a little bit. So rolling to the outer edge of your left foot. I took it to quad stretch next after this, so I'm going to go there. See how god-awful that feels today. Yep, it's bad, but in a good way. You know what I mean? Let's release this foot. And we're gonna do that same transition back. So hands to the floor, lengthen through the legs. Flex your left foot, glide and slide the left heel up and back. Open up your hip, bend into your knee. Option to lower right forearm to the floor. All right, let's return. Oh. Bring out the feet a little bit wider once more. Walk it back. Meet me in that malasana one more time. Now, since it's our last one, I want to give you guys a lot of freedom here. Maybe you want to be nice and lazy. You want to round forwards, which is one of my favorite ways to both open my back and stretch my hips. Yeah, it's very insecty looking. If you're feeling like you've got a lot of energy and you're pretty skilled and want to do some like inversion entries from here, you can do that. This is one of my favorite places to try like hops into straddles or hops into tucks. So if you want to go for that, you can. I'm considering it. I haven't bounced on my hands in several days. I'm also checking in with my smoothie to see if it's really in my belly. Okay, let's see about it. Not bad. We did a little bit. Feeling we're feeling kind of strong, but also feeling a little tired. All right, wherever you're at, let's bring our knees down towards the floor. We'll bring our toes together, and I want you to sit back towards your heels. Take a little moment, stretching out your quads once more and your hip flexors. And then we'll take ourselves forward into a child's pose position. Good, let's side stretch. All right, back through center, side stretch other side if you're doing this with me. And we'll bring it back to center. Pull forwards. Realign your knees underneath your hips. Let's go for puppy. Love me some puppy. And then, holy shit, I'm just looking at the time. All right, let's pull ourselves forward. Articulate your belly, your body down towards the floor. Sphinx position, so forearms are on the floor underneath you. But if you're wanting a little bit more, you can also do your seal. Good, bring yourself down. Waggle out the hips a little bit. Let's do some floor bow today. Let's bow it up. Okay, so heels will come in towards your tuchus. I want you to reach back for your feet or your ankles or your shins. Take a breath in. And then with your exhale, kick the feet into the hands. Give yourself that little lift. All right, let's bring it all back down towards the floor. Release out the hips a little bit. Oof. Man, my cramps are killing me right now. All right, right arm reaches out. Left knee bends. Let's do a rollover. I doubt you guys could hear that, but I just gave myself a full chiropractic lumbar adjustment with this one. Yes. All right, let's do the other side. Oh, am I going to be lucky? I don't know. I think I got them all on that last one. All right, let's roll it back to center. And I'm going to scoot off to my right-hand side, flip completely onto my back. And let's lift our legs up. You can stay right here in your legs up the wall, or you can take yourself through candlestick or shoulder stand, and even take yourself into plow. All right, let's bring ourselves down to the floor. Give yourself a bridge, pressing your feet into the floor, elevating your hips, and maintaining your pelvic length before rolling and taking yourself down to the floor. Now we're going to finish with this one shape called fish. So legs will be long in front of you. The forearms are going to come down to the floor along the side of your body. Thumbs are going to tuck in underneath your butt cheeks. Now this one's kind of a weird one to talk through. All right, so I'm very much tucked in here if you notice where my hands are, palms to the floor, right? Now I'm going to push into my forearms, arc my chest up, and bring the crown or the very top of my head onto the floor. And I'm going to look behind me. All right, let's return all the way flat. Let your arms come out by your side. And take a few moments here to sit, to reflect the purpose of our Shavasana, or our final meditation. Perhaps you just noticed the subtle differences in your body from the beginning of class to now. We'll take one more breath here. And one more breath out. All right, my darlings. That's all we had slated for today. That way I can get to my work on time. Always good to see you all and move with you all. I'm excited to have a little bit of regular routine this week before heading out. Come through on Wednesday if you want to join for a little more targeted stretch and myofascial release work. I already have our next flow classes up on my YouTube schedule. So our next one will be, let me see, October, if you can believe it, October's tomorrow. Monday, October 20th. That will be our next Monday flow class because I will be getting home from Japan on the 16th, and I will definitely need some days to get back to normal. Thank you, my darlings. Hi, Pi. It's a baby girl. Mama, 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 mama. Thanks, Stephanie. Oh, so good to see your face, darling. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, thanks, Alexandra. Yeah, that's about all I could handle today. Luckily, I've got my, this next class I have is a very gentle class, so won't be too bad. Won't be too bad. I know, she's gonna be so pissed. She's gonna be very upset with me. But that's okay. That's okay. She will live. We've got a good little cat sitter coming to spend time with Pi, and that's all I want. All right, lovelies. Adore you all so much. And I look forward to hopefully seeing you guys on Wednesday before I head out. Thanks, guys, for coming. See you on Wednesday. Thanks.